What's up, guys? I'm bringing you some more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi Draft League content. I'm finally back. It's been a minute. I haven't uploaded anything in like almost 2 months, probably a month and a half-ish. But we are back to uploading. We're going to have this uploaded, I believe it's every Saturday. I could be wrong. It could be every Sunday. I'm an admin. And I cannot remember off the top of my head, but it is every Saturday, I believe. But we have a great lineup of coaches. This league is ran by John. He is the owner. And then also admins are me and OG Albina Owen. So make sure you guys check out this great list of coaches that we have. It'll be in the description down below. I'm so excited for this season. It's going to be a fun one, guys. But going into this draft, I had the 10th pick. So not an amazing position with 16 coaches. But since the DLC dropped, there are Pokemon with new moves that make them so much better. And at pick 10, I was sitting there trying to look what was left. And there was Great Tusk. There was Backtalber was not taken, or Backtalber was taken, excuse me. But there was a Great Tusk. There was a Pokemon called Iron Bundle. But Enamorus was there too. Just a whole lot of Pokemon. Garchomp was there, and that is going to be what I take. Garchomp with Scale Shot. That is the reason why I took this Pokemon with the 10th pick. This Pokemon has Scale Shot now, making it such a threat. Scale Shot is a move that hits 2 to 5 times, and it lowers your defense by 1, but it also makes your speed go up by 1 after the last hit. You can run a loaded dice set because it is 25 base power, so if you hit 5 times, it's 100 hit, or excuse me, 100 base power, and you're gonna get a speed boost. So this Pokemon is going to be insane. I've used Garchomp in the past, and I used it in BBRD League. It was my first Wi-Fi league. It was like my first league I had done in over, it had been a while. So I was not doing very well. I did not do well in BBRD League, but that's besides the point. We had Garchomp there, and Garchomp was so much fun. I like to bring Special Chomp, I like bringing Swords Dance Chomp, but now that it has Scale Shot, meaning we can raise its speed and do damage at the same time, this Pokemon is going to be crazy. This is probably like a top 7 Pokemon in draft. I think you could convince me it'd be top 5. I think me getting it at 10 is crazy because there was some new toy syndrome with Pokemon like Monkey Dory, like you see in the top right. Monkey Dory, and there was also, we allowed Darkrai this season because we left it up for a vote, and it was a very close vote, but Darkrai was allowed. So a lot of Pokemon were taken, and it just kind of allowed Garchomp to fall to me. Now, round 2, I was going to take what was best available. Now, me and John were talking, and spoiler alert, if you haven't watched John's, 3, 2, 1. John took Clefable. I was going to either pick Clefable or this Pokemon, and me and him were talking, and I did get Chi-Yu with Garchomp. Now, this pairing is very, very, very nice because Chi-Yu hits the grass types that Garchomp doesn't want to have to run a fire type move for. Dragon type stab hits really hard, but this thing just hits incredibly hard. Steel types are not having a fun time against my top 2 Pokemon with Garchomp and Chi-Yu. This fish has 135 special attack with the Beads of Ruin ability. Beads of Ruin makes the Pokemon on the other side, all active Pokemon without this ability have their special defense multiplied by 0.75, meaning their special defense is lowered. I know its word is weird, but it's lowered. So there's literally very little switch-ins to this Pokemon, but there are checks to it. I will say that. There are checks. A lot of specially defensive Pokemon can kind of chew hits on this thing. It's hard to want to run Specs because you have to lock into a fire type move, but Specs Overheat just does so much damage with the Beads of Ruin ability. This Pokemon I'm so excited to use as a second option. The Robin to my Batman, the Pippin to my MJ, the Shaq to my Kobe because Kobe was the #1 option. Don't fucking at me. But Chi-Yu with Garchomp is going to be so much fun to use, and I'm really excited to use it. Round 3 comes around, and I really wanted Ogerpon, the water one, because I was like, this Pokemon looks like so much fun. It fit my team perfectly. Gave me a grass type, which is a ground resist. Gave me water type, which was very, 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 very nice to hit very, very bulky ground types. But it got taken the pick before me. By spoiler alert, ... Galvanate. I love Nate. Shout out to Nate. But he did snipe me, which sucked, but that's okay. In this early, you know, you can kind of accommodate, and that's what I did. Pick 3. or round 3, I do take Quaquaval. I used Quaquaval in BBRD League as well, and then honestly, it did pretty well for me. I like this Pokemon a lot with 120 attack and having the Moxie ability. And this gives me another Pokemon that can raise its speed by just clicking a move that also does damage. It has Aqua Step, which has a 100% chance to raise your speed by 1. If you send this in, you revenge kill something with Aqua Step, you get the Moxie boost and the speed boost. So you're at +1 speed, +1 attack, and you can literally just sweep through teams. There's also bulk up sets. There's bulky sets, like with bulk up, this gives me rapid spin, this gives me U-turn for momentum to like go into my threats. This has roost, this has so many different options. Knock off, it gets flip turn. I mean, you probably just gonna run U-turn, but either way, this Pokemon is very, 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 very nice, very good, very nice. I'm really hoping I can use this pretty well. 85 speed. The only thing I don't like about my team so far is the speed tiers, because they clash. 102 speed, 100 speed on GBU, and then the 85 on Quaquaval. But since I do have Garchomp and Quaquaval that can raise their speed, then I'm not too pressed about it. Next pick, we are going to go ahead and take Ribombee. This Pokemon is back with the DLC, and we got it for Sticky Webs, because Sticky Webs is very nice with my team if I don't want to have to raise my speed. And it's nice for GBU, because GBU then doesn't have to run Scarf, and it comes in very clutch. The abilities on this Pokemon are not very good, but that's okay. So I meant to say this earlier, the Terra rules in GBU, what me, John, and Owen decided, and then, you know, we also left stuff up to votes, was this is lower tier Terra, so you have 12 points for your Terramons. We banned some, but Ribombee slipped under the cracks. I did not make it a Terramon though with Quiver Dance, because you'll see why. My next Pokemon is my Terramon, and I think the next Mon that I got is one of the best Terramons on the board. But either way, this Pokemon still gets Quiver Dance set up, Sticky Web, Stun Spore, it gets Tailwind support, it gets U-turn for momentum. It just gets so many different moves, Energy Ball to hit water types. The only thing is the special attack on this Pokemon is 95, but the speed is 124, and this gives me a Fairy type, so this really, really helps out. Getting an offensive fairy is pretty nice, honestly. I had offensive fairy in good old WPF Delta, and it was Mimikyu, and I brought it like twice, but that's okay. Next pick though, I do take my Terramon. I think this is one of the best Terramons left on the board, and we got Revavroom. This Pokemon is going to be crazy. My Terra types I decided were Flying and Water to hit the ground types. Flying is just a good defensive typing for me, and so is Water, but Flying is good, you know, because I do have that 4 times weakness to ground. But either way, also the Terra rolls on this, I guess I should have said this earlier in the video. We are doing Terra preview with the 2 types, we're trying to mitigate how broken Terastallization is in Draft League. But this Pokemon gets so many good moves, and with Terra, this Pokemon is going to be crazy, so crazy. It gets Shift Gear, which raises my speed by 2 and attack by 1. It gets Gunk Shot, obviously. This is a Poison Steel type. You know, Iron Head. It gets Parting Shot if I want to be a bulkier set that's pivoting in and out. It gets Toxic Spikes. It gets Spin Out, which is 100 base power, 100% accurate. Steel type move, but that lowers my speed by 2, so probably going to be running Iron Head, I don't know. Also, Iron Defense sets. This Pokemon This Pokemon also gets Haze. I think with Terra, this gives me a very, very good option and a very good late game sweeper. And so far, I'm really liking my team, to be completely honest. 90 speed is nice too, but I'm still needing a good speed tier that's going to be over 110 speed, and that's what I got with this next pick. I got Azelf. Azelf was there, and I thought it fit pretty perfectly, just because being able to have Stealth Rocks on it, or a Fast Rocker, is nice. Also, it gives U-turn, and it's a Psychic type, so it learns every fucking move on this planet. I can hit so many different Pokemon. It gets T-Wave. It gets access to Taunt, screens, I can run setup on this thing. It doesn't get Swords Dance, but it gets Nasty Plot. It gets Calm Mind. So I'm really excited to use this Pokemon. I've used it in the past, and it has 125 attack, 125 special attack. This Pokemon is nothing to laugh at for its attacking stats and its speed. And giving me a Fast Rocker is very nice as well, so I don't have to run Rocks on Garchomp every week if I really don't want to. But yeah, next pick we do end up taking Decidueye. I can't remember what my original pick was going to be. I think it got sniped, but I took Decidueye here because I really wanted a grass type. This Pokemon also gives me removal with Defog. A ghost type is nice because up to this point I didn't really deal with ghost types very well, or not ghost types, I'm sorry, fighting types very well. Fighting kind of nuked me. Like, yes, I do have a Ribombee, but Ribombee has 60 defense, and my poison type is also a steel type, so an Azelf has no defense, like it's literally 70. So really did not have a way to deal with fighting type, so I took Decidueye just so I'm completely immune to that whole typing. This Pokemon got access to Poltergeist this generation, which is so nice. It's 110 power, ghost type move, and 90% accurate. That it just hits incredibly hard. This Pokemon gets access to Swords Dance. It gets access to Nasty Plot, and with its attacking stats of 107 on attack and 100 special attack, that is nothing to laugh at as well. Just an overall good Pokemon. Getting it round 7 I thought was very, very nice. It also gets access to U-turn. I don't know if I said that already, so it's more momentum for me. Just overall good Pokemon. I think this Pokemon's going to be kind of a glue piece for my team, and I hope it does well. Next pick, we do pick up the boy Gastrodon. I've taken this Pokemon so much in draft. Don't like how John used Gastrodon East, because I always just use the regular Gastrodon, but that's okay. I took this Pokemon because I wanted a bulky water. I get that I already have a ground type, I already have a water type, but that's okay. This gives me spikes options, stealth rock options. This Pokemon also just gets access to being a good Pokemon. I've always been a Gastrodon stan. The only thing that sucks is that it lost Toxic with all of the move tutor stuff. I don't know, but I still really like this Pokemon. And don't sleep on offensive sets. It has 92 special attack, 83 attack, so nothing to like really off at. Like, it actually can hit decently hard and also just be a very, very, very good bulky option, you know. So next pick, I was debating on Electros, and I was gonna have my goal was to have 11 Pokemon that were all decent and I can bring to every match. But I'm sitting there and I'm like, do I really want to bring Electros? And my goal was to get Electros into Mousehold, and then last spot, I can't remember what I was going to get. But I had like 16 points left, and this Pokemon was sitting there. So I took Hoopa Unbound. Gives me another late game option, and under webs, this Pokemon can be crazy. I get Heavy Duty Boots as an item, but if you're Boots, then you're not another item, so whatever. But this Pokemon does get access to so many different moves. That just hits so hard. Like, I can hit steel types with Drain Punch and Focus Blast when we're gonna run a special set. Like 160 attack, 170 special attack. Like, what the? Excuse me. Sorry. What the hell? Like, this Pokemon hits so hard, so hard. Like, under webs, like I don't know how this lasted all the way to the round 9, but I got it, and I think even though I already have a Psychic type, I already have a Dark type, it doesn't really matter. I think this Pokemon will be a lot more fun to use in Electros. I am an Electros stan, but either way, I'm really excited to use Hoopa Unbound. I haven't used it in forever, and I couldn't tell you the last time. I really couldn't tell you last time I used it. It's one of the best choice item Pokemon. Like, you can run Choice Scarf, Choice Specs, Choice Band, anything, and it just is going to hit incredibly hard and be a nuisance for your opponent to have to deal with and switch into. Lastly, we pick up the boy Komala. We needed a normal type, so we went ahead and picked this up. This is our last pick of the draft. We have 2 points left over, and this Pokemon honestly is not that bad. With 115 attack, 95 Spadef, it's really not that bad. Comatose ability isn't horrible, but it gets a lot of moves. Like, it gets Wood Hammer, it gets U-turn, it gets Trailblaze, it gets Zen Headbutt, Super Fang, Sucker Punch, Shadow Claw, Seed Bomb. It gets Rapid Spin, it gets Play Rough, it gets Knockoff, Iron Head, Ice Spinner, Gunk Shot, holy hell, Bulk Up. This Pokemon gets a whole lot of moves. Calm Mind, like, I can run special sets. Overall, this team I think is going to be kind of crazy. I'm really, really hoping I can win with this team. I think it is a very me team, meaning that it's not bulky at all. Like, it's kind of more so hyper offense and hazards. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below if you think this team is going to win a chip. And I'm so super excited for the season and lineup we have. And that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I will catch you guys later.